Hello, everyone. This is Highlander from MTG Cardsmith doing another custom Magic the Gathering card review. And I have my special guest with me today, Islandsnake.
Yo.
And we are reviewing a card by BT9154. Um, and here, this is the second card we're reviewing from him. Here we got a card called Korone Knockout Dog. What do you think about that name?
I think it's probably a reference to like what she is and whatever show she comes from.
You
So I
think
think it's
you
fine.
think she's from a show?
Probably or something like that. It looks like either a show or like a game.
Okay, just because of the art, you think?
VR and like it like I don't know, it's seems to match. So
Okay,
I kind of like the knockout dog nickname too. I like when cards have like interesting names instead of just a name.
that's true. All right, so this is
I
a
don't know about God Dog.
well,
Is
yeah,
yeah.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, let's read the card first. So two red green for a legendary creature, God Dog. Now that is a palindrome. I'm just gonna point that out. Um, and this is a 3/3, and it has cumulative upkeep. Oh, everyone's favorite mechanic. Put a charge counter on Korone. So the way cumulative upkeep works, if you're not familiar, is basically it's a cost you need to pay at the beginning of your turn,
Or
or else you lose the creature.
okay.
Um, but the cost goes up by one every turn. So
Okay.
like for example, if a card had cumulative upkeep of pay one mana, the first turn you untap with this, you have to pay one or you lose it. The second turn you have to pay two or you lose it. The third turn you have to pay three or you lose it.
But this
In
one's changing it, right?
Yeah, in this case, it's actually not a cost. It's like it's turning it into.
Isn't it just a planeswalker? Like kind of.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what else we got
Yeah.
here. Okay, so one couple hybrid mana symbols here. Tap. Remove one or more charge counters from Korone. It gets +1/+0 for each charge counter removed, and it fights target creature you don't control. Activate only as a sorcery. Do you know what fighting means, Island?
I'm assuming that means like when it like forces when you fight, like you can block or whatever. Your
Uh,
attack phase, like when you tap.
Oh no, that's a good guess. But actually, what it means is that if two creatures fight, each creature deals damage equal to its power to the other creature.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like a way like green does removal. So if you have like a 6/6 that fights like a 6/5, they would both die because they both deal six to each other. Or if you have like a 6/6 that fights a 5/5, the 6/6 lives and the
Mhm.
5/5 dies. Um,
Activate only as a sorcery.
yeah, so that means you can't use this at instant speed. You can only do it on your main phase.
Okay, and
Uh,
whenever they fight, they're indestructible. See, this is another example of lazy cards. 3/3. Come on. Like you get indestructible every time you fight, and you still give it 3 power.
yeah,
I
I
mean
mean,
3 defense. It should be like a fucking like 3/1.
all right, let's try and watch the language. All right, this.
Okay, okay, okay.
um, I mean, I would personally call that lazy, but hey, you got your own opinions. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dissect this a minute here. So, all right, let's hit the god dog here. What do we think about this?
Well, I don't know why it's necessary to have both. Like, if there's cards that interact with gods, that's fine to have legendary creature god, I guess.
But like,
Uh,
does this look like god to you?
I mean, depending on like what yeah, sure. There's like god for everything, right? There's like a god that like the god of lost socks. Like it's fine to have like
The god of lost
that
socks.
that doesn't bother me. It's just the
No,
god dog looks weird.
I mean, to me this looks like a human dog, if you ask me. But I mean, I
Well,
guess,
it is a human dog, right? It's like
yeah.
it's a shapeshifter like a Kasune or something probably.
So yeah, I don't know about God Dog. Anyway, that's what I'm saying here. So okay, whenever she fights, she gains indestructible until end of turn, which means that she. Okay, here's something about this design, right? So you're giving Korone indestructible when she fights something,
Hmm.
um, but this can only be activated as a sorcery, and you have to tap her, which means she can't like fight and then attack, right? She can only fight.
Yeah.
So my question is, why even use fight and indestructible here? Why not just say it gets +1/+0 for each charge counter removed, and it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Then you don't
Yeah, I
even
mean,
then you don't even need this last line,
that's
right?
true. That's
Like
true.
then you don't need to give her the indestructible, so you can just make this card like a lot simpler, right? Um, okay, so flavor wise, I mean, I kind of get it, right? So like every turn, she's basically getting more powerful, essentially,
Hmm.
and then she knocks you out. Mama said knock you out. All right. So, I mean, that
Seems pretty basic, but
yeah, I will say normally I'm not a big fan of like, well, first of all, cumulative upkeep is just like a bad mechanic. But I mean, here like it's not used as a bad mechanic. It's used as sort of like this is like kind of cheating in a way with cumulative upkeep because it's like cumulative upkeep is supposed to be you pay a cost, but here it's like just kidding, it's not a cost, it's a benefit, all right? And I don't know, I find that to be a little cheaty. I think it works for this card, but I'm just
mhm.
saying in general, I don't like that. But then again, cumulative upkeep is a bad mechanic, so
I
uh,
feel like it's this card is all could almost be a planeswalker if you just like if they just stretched it a little bit.
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the cumulative upkeep is kind of like just begging to be turned into a planeswalker in this case.
Could be though
Because
cumulative
like
upkeep.
this card doesn't like attack normally, right? So like a planeswalker doesn't attack normally.
Well, it can. I mean, it can
It
attack as a
could,
three
yeah,
three.
yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't really matter. But
But you're right. Most of
at
the
this
time,
point,
you're gonna be like punching people out with this card, right?
yeah,
So I mean,
I s
I think this is a fine design. Um, I think like I said, I think my main issue is like I don't really think you need this indestructible clause here. I think that if you change it from a fight to it just deals damage equal to its power, then that would just be a lot simpler, right? Like I get it, like flavor wise, like it's cool, like she fights people. But
mhm.
if you're gonna give her indestructible, like she's not really fighting, right? She's just
That's true.
she's
She's cheating.
she's punching you from behind or something. I don't know.
She
Um,
has a chair.
she has a chair, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, I mean, what would you rate this card?
I don't like a 2 out of 5. I don't like this card that
You
much.
don't like this one?
No.
I'd give it a 3 out of 5. I think.
It
I
gets a -1 for three power, 3 defense.
All right. Well, that's
You gotta
just
sell me on that. You gotta sell me on it.
I
Like,
don't.
is that a standard thing? Like, what? Like, I feel like the card's defense and attack like should be considered, right? Like, in this case, the card is not probably not going to participate in normal combat. So why does it have and it has a way to get like attack power. So why does it have like even attack power and defense to start with? That's my
Well,
only thing. Like if this
well,
was like a 2/3 or like a 2/4, I think it would be better. Uh,
yeah. I mean, the 3/3 doesn't bother me personally, but you know, it,
listen, man,
but you got your own rating system, so hey,
I
like,
know.
listen, there's the island rating, and then there's
Two out
the
of
the
five.
Highlander rating. I give it a three out
I,
of five. I think that the idea is there. Um, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I have to give it a 2 out of 5 too because of the art, and it's not because it's anime though. That's part of it. It's because it's got this
it's,
white background, which just looks terrible.
that, that's true.
The like you if you're look, it's one thing using a style that's not a magic style, and then it's a completely other thing about just having this like blank white background, right? Which is just distracting. Um, so I also have to give it a 2 out of 5. I think design wise, it's kind of it's getting there if the changes are made that I suggested, but presentation matters a lot for Magic cards, so I have to go with 2 out of 5 as well, just for different reasons. So anyway, that's our review of Korone Knockout Dog. Thank you for watching.